Life is a winding road.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are starting off right where we left off in the last video. It has been a few days. Today is Father's Day. Yesterday I spent all day cleaning the kitchen. It like desperately needed cleaning and like organizing. So I didn't have time to do anything in here, but today is a super chill day. Tommy's upstairs enjoying Father's Day alone with no children. And I am determined to finish as much as possible today. First thing we are gonna do is sand down these pillars right here so we can hang up the lights. So I am like I still don't know what to do with them because they do have like this little topper right here. You see that? So like I can have fun with them. Like I can do something with them. There's 3, I can make them stand out somehow, but I don't know yet. So until I know for sure, I don't want to do anything. So until I know for sure, I will just leave them white as is with just the colors on them. I might maybe like add some more trim to them, or I can make them wood like up here. I don't know. Like there's so many things I can do with them that it's kind of like overwhelming, and I'm not like 100%. Start on this one since the ladder is already there, and I don't know yet what to do with the sand. I just need plants. I need plants to like add here. I want to do like the terracotta pots and have them like as groupings, like the huge terracotta pots, and just fill them up with very easy plants that I can take care of. But I also don't want too many plants in here. Yes, it's a sunroom, it's meant for plants, but whenever you water them, the entire room has like a smell to it with like, you know, like dirt, like a dirt smell. And I don't want this room to have too much moisture and then like us have an issue with like mold and stuff. So put a movie on. I just drank some energy drink and I'm just gonna get to work. And shout out to my cousin Gruvanio. And this is still my favorite. I'll have his playlist linked in the description box below. Let me know if you guys want to do something where like I feature small business by wearing their shirts in my videos. Feel free to send me t-shirts. I'll take some PR. If you want to send me some t-shirts or send me some things from your shop to get a shout out on my page, I'll be more than happy to do that. So reach out to me at arayasroar@gmail.com and we can work something out. Okay, let's get to work. All right, we got some baby wipes just in case I need them. We have a mask, we have some eyewear, sanding block, and some gloves. Ooh. One down, 2 more to go. Okay, so it took me a minute to figure out where I wanted the placement to be. Now that I have it, I'm just gonna measure the distance from the top to that point for all 3 of them and then mark it so that way I can put them all in the exact same spot. Okay, it looks so cute. I love how cohesive it looks. So like modern, I love it. But my issue now is I don't know if I should put, so I have a 4th one. Should I put the 4th one right here? Or should I do what I wanted to do, which is put the 4th one up here, but like sideways? Because these frames are discontinued, so until I figure out or find them, I'm not gonna be able to fill it up as much as I wanted to. Like I wanted to do 1 more row. So instead of doing the 1 more row, I was just gonna add the light. Or I could do a different light there and just continue the black to there because it just like it makes sense. Visitor. So I can do that. There's the other one on it. All right, that's now done. Now we can move on to replacing these hinges. So Tommy already did the doorknobs, looks great. But now we have to do these so that way it all matches. And you can see the middle part from the other side, so you can see the difference in color. But a way that I'm gonna do this so that I don't need Tommy's help is I'm just gonna do one at a time while it's hanging up. So that way I don't need a second set of pants. I can do it by myself. This is such a quick and inexpensive way to like really elevate your home, is changing out all of the doorknobs and changing out the hinges to all be the same color throughout like a hallway, which I can't wait to do it upstairs in the hallway because right now it's kind of like a mix of silver and gold. So being able to change all of the doorknobs and the hinges in the house to black is gonna make the whole house feel cohesive and like intentional, you know? 1 down, 2 more to go. All right, that's done. Look how good it looks. Black. Looks so good and cohesive. But seeing now the black on the door is gonna have to get painted too. So for now, I wanna try to use this Restore finish on the top of this. So I might do the front right here too because I wanna switch out that handle for this one that I used to have in our kitchen back at our old house to try to like bring in a little bit like the gold knobs here and have some accents of gold, because I'm thinking since I used the light over there, I might just get the gold version of it over here. So that way I can have a mix of gold and black, just like in the kitchen. But I'm thinking about changing that, so maybe do like the front here, maybe the bottom half. But I've never used this stuff before, and I'm hoping I could just kind of like put it on there and it can cover as many of these scratches as possible, because I don't want to do a full refinish on this. Tommy actually wants me to just get rid of it altogether, but I love it. I love that it has a little spot right here for a record player that I hope to get one day, because I have a bunch of records that I thrifted over 10 years ago that I would love to be able to play in here. And I think this is just such a cool piece that I want to keep it. So I'm gonna try to restore it, but without doing too much. I don't want to have to sand and do all that to it. So let's just grab some paper towels and this and gloves and see what happens. And hopefully it doesn't stink too bad. That's actually crazy. That did so good. I'll definitely show you guys once it dries, but this thing is great. I doubt like the really deep ones will stay covered. They'll probably poke through, but the amount of scratches that were on this thing and you can barely see them is crazy. So I didn't really do like the front that well because I didn't want to get it on the floor, but I did do like this part and the top and the sides and switch that out. Look how cute it looks. I feel like it just brought it back to life. Love. Now I can just put some things on it, decorate it. In my head, like when we have get-togethers, like it's easy to put, you know, desserts and sodas and stuff like that on here and in this area, so not everybody has to like go up into the kitchen, you know. We can kind of just stay in this area if you want snacks and stuff. So I wanted to use that as like a buffet table slash games slash photos, just a little bit of everything. I want to create that like homey feel. I'm definitely trying to find the balance between making my home look Pinterest worthy, like every room like Pinteresty, but I also don't want people to feel like when they come here they can't touch anything, you know, like, and then they feel like uncomfortable because they're like, I don't want to touch anything, everything is like perfect and I don't want to mess anything up. Kind of feel like I want people to come here and feel chill and relaxed. So I'm kind of like trying to find that balance between the two. This thing was only 10 bucks. I probably should just try doing that before staining things and sanding stuff down, because that worked really well. Okay, one last thing before I call it a day for today, because I don't want to start painting at 5 o'clock because I already know myself, I'm gonna be up for forever and I have work tomorrow. But I did find these things on Amazon and they're for the edge of the sofa so that you can put like drinks and food on top of without messing up the sofa. So I noticed that like this right here is like the spot because it's closest to the TV. The reason why the TV is in the middle of this wall and not like pushed closer to like the living room area is because I wanted the entire room to be like the area, so that way when you're sitting here you can watch TV and it's kind of just like there. It's not the main focus of this room, but it's there. So this edge right here has become the go-to spot for when we're just chilling. So I don't want this part of the sofa to get messed up. So I figured something like this, so nice.
It's so nice.
Would work. So that way if you're resting your arm on it, if you have to put a drink on it, and it matches really good with the coffee table. And it came with a pack of 2. Look.
Oh.
Love that. Also match really good with that thing. So it's bringing that color over here. I think actually I'm gonna put this one over here. Love that. So I am still on the hunt for a coffee table or a big basket for blankets, something large to put here because I have a lot of space to work with. All of this space back here too. So Tommy is always coming at me saying like, why do we have this much seating? It's literally just the 4 of us. I just keep picturing like when we have people over, I'm trying to create as many like go-to seating spots as possible. So back here, I have not done a wood project since we've been here and for months since being at my mom's house. I think the last wood project I did was maybe her accent wall. I don't remember. So I do have wood in the garage, enough wood that I can do like a bar table. Like think of like a console table, but a little bit higher, like counter height, and then do some stools back here. So that way this space back here is being used too and not just like empty space. And it makes sense because I could put the table right leveled up with the sofa. So like if you're sitting there, you have to like put something there or whatever it is, like it works for when you're sitting down, but it also fills up the space here too with some seating and you're looking out this way. So it makes sense, you know? I already have the wood and I already have the screws that I would need to put it together. So that could definitely be something I do after work too. All right guys, it has been a few days since we last talked, and by a few days I mean a week. So much has happened. Landlord duties got in the way again. That basically consumed mine and Tommy's entire weekend. I was unable to do anything here, and then we've been going through an intense heat wave here, so it's literally 99 degrees outside today, and it's been like that all week. I've been wanting to build something, but before I can build it, I need to make sure that I have enough wood, and I want to use wood that I already have, and we can get fun with this. This is just meant to be like kind of like a beater table that people can put their drinks on and put whatever they want on that's not like, you know, an expensive furniture, just something to have, which is a table behind the sofa. So I ended up finding these on Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks for all 3, and they match perfectly with the coffee table over there. Now I would like to build a table for behind here, so that way these chairs can go in. So I just want to measure to see how long of boards I need and to make sure that I have one that could work. So about 69 and a half, 70 inches. Let's go with 70. I don't mind it being like a little bit bigger. And 31 inches tall. So I just need wood that can make me a table as big as that. So let's go out to the garage and see what we have. Okay, we got some options here. So I had pulled out this board the other day. Oh, it's not long enough. It needs to be at least 70 inches. This might be long enough. 70 right there. Boom. We got one. I could do some like slat situation with the legs. Okay, I have quite a few of these. and figure out how to make it sturdy enough to stand. I just want y'all to know that I love y'all so much because I want to have this video out for you guys so bad that I'm roasting in 99-degree weather. But I also do want to complete this project, so here we are. Gotta figure out what side I like the most. This side. Yo, I had to use the power tool in a minute. And then now I'm gonna cut all of these slats. I don't think I'm gonna need all of them, but I'm gonna cut as many as I can to 31.5. Once I have them cut, I'll explain the design look that I'm looking for. I'm gonna cut about, let's say to start, like 20 of these. Hopefully that'll be enough. So when I say that we are absolutely winging this, I 100% mean that we are winging this. I have an idea in mind, and I just want to see if the vision will come to life, you know? So the first thing that I need to do, I'm using 2-inch nails. I'm using 1.5-inch wood screws. I would use wood glue if I had some, but I think what I have is all dried up, so I'm not even gonna bother. I'm gonna try to put as many reinforcements as possible so that it doesn't like bend or like sway. What I was thinking was putting these 1x2s that I've used for a slat wall that I'm repurposing. I had these in my bedroom at the old house and I took them down, and I want to put them all side by side like this, like that. So it creates that fluted effect, which my table in the dining room is fluted. So I kind of want to bring in that element to the sunroom in like DIY style. Y'all, it's so hot. My phone overheated and stopped recording halfway through the time lapse. This is what we got so far. Let me flip the camera so I can show you my what I got going on. Remember, we're making a table out of scrap wood to save money. Okay? So we're using materials we already got. This is gonna be the part that's up against the sofa. So I needed more like reinforcement so it doesn't turn sideways. So here it is on this side. So I like how it came out on the sides. Just gotta sand it down real quick, sand down the edges before I take it inside, and then sand down this side as well. I like this side better than the other side. And then once it's all painted one color, it won't look so bad. Right now it's like I use all different types of wood to like make this happen. I think I'm gonna add one more bar right here in the middle, and then that should be good. Here's the moment of truth to see if my measurements were correct or if I completely butchered this whole thing and it doesn't fit. Okay, I got my paintbrush, I got my paint, and I'm gonna spend the next hour or so painting. I already sanded it down, and then do a second coat tomorrow, and then hopefully it'll be ready to go. All right, it is fully painted. Got 2 coats on there. Now I'm just letting it fully dry. Tomorrow I will seal it and then we can push it up against it and see how it looks all together. Okay, it's the next day. I have some of this left over from a previous project, and I do have one more spray can there. I think one will be just fine though. But I'm gonna use this one. It is oil based. I don't know how I feel about that. I just hope it doesn't change the color. So I'm just gonna like spray it going in an angle like that. And probably give it like at least 3 coats of this. Okay, so while that dries, I change into some comfy clothes. I'm gonna put a show on, and I have this 5-gallon of Swiss coffee paint that's about like halfway empty now. And I'm going to paint the door. And I have to paint that trim back down there that's at the bottom from when they installed the floor. And I'm gonna spare you guys the footage of me painting it, and I'm just gonna show you what it looks like after. I will show you the color difference though, just because it might not seem like I did much, but that's the door before, and that's gonna be the door now. And there we go. Much, much better. Love it. A fresh coat of paint can really do wonders. I also did say I was gonna show you guys once the Restore finish dried, and it actually looks pretty good. You can see like these deeper scratches are peeking through. I feel like if I was to go over them one more time, like it actually would cover it. And then I accidentally got some paint on them, so I gotta wipe it off. But it actually looks pretty good. All right, y'all, it's super early in the morning the next day, excuse the breakouts, and I wanted to show you guys what the sunroom looks like now. I know that I was going to try to use the rub and buff for the metal around the glass doors, but honestly, I'm scared. I'm scared to do it, and then it looks bad, and we have a party next week, and I don't want it to look bad for the party, so I'd rather just leave it as is. And we also have to figure out how to open the other doors. We have 3 of the doors are like stuck. They don't open. So we have to mess with those doors to get them open. And I'm hoping that we do fix them by next week. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. It's okay, because the one door still does open. But we want to get the other doors, you know, to slide open too. So I am still on the hunt for a couple poofs. I'm still on the hunt for a fun table to go right here in this area. But all of those things I really do want to get secondhand at the thrift store or on Facebook Marketplace, so I don't want to buy those like brand new. For now, this is where we're gonna leave it, and I am gonna move on to a different room. But the next video is probably going to be me doing a bunch of little things around the whole house that I have the things for, that I already bought the stuff for, but I haven't had a chance to actually do them, like changing out the light fixtures and painting a couple of the walls, doing the guest bathroom, like just stuff like that, like little things that I already have, that I have already bought that I can use for that stuff. So it'll be like kind of like a little bit of everything. I'm sure you guys are tired of seeing videos of the sunroom already, and I don't want it to just be like every video I'm showing you videos of in here, but this is really where I live, like in this room. So sorry. The last thing that I wanted to show you was that we also got some new curtains for the living room. Found these curtains on Amazon. A beautiful, beautiful quality. They are, the color is mocha tan, and they're velvet curtains. They're absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed. I have it closed on this side, and they're super blackout. I love that so much. It's been keeping this room really, really cool in the evenings during our massive heat wave. But I also went to IKEA last week, and I got my Hilja curtains, my tried and true, my go-to ones when I just want something super simple, and they're super inexpensive. I raised the existing rod. I took out the string, but I did get the drape clips for these, so they're easily able to slide. So yep, they can slide back and forth super easily, and I just have to fill in some holes. But I love that it's kind of like a clear view all the time from here in the sunroom, but from the sunroom side you can't see anything. Like, you can see the white, which before it was that yellow tan curtain color, and it just threw everything off, and now it's just the sheer white. Super simple.
Looking surprise, surprise, don't deny us. She telling me she want to be my lover, yeah. I love you when she want to be my lover, yeah. My little baby go rise on me. My little baby go right on me. Maria, 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 ah. Every time you're looking out for me. Every time you're looking out for me. Love you, ah, yeah, oh. Everything from Maria. Yeah, yeah. Sensibility, yeah, yeah. Pretty girl like a Maria, Maria. Yeah, yeah. Every time we meet up, every time.
And that's it, you guys. A couple DIYs, a couple simple, easy fixes later, and I feel a lot better about where the sunroom is right now, and I can just kind of leave it at peace for now, and everything else can just come little by little. We have a party to come in next week, so maybe like the next video will be like party prepping and like getting things ready for that. And I bought a bunch of new things from Amazon, so I'll probably give you guys like a huge Amazon haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. As always, I appreciate all your love and support, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.